Interest rates have been flying up. The Fed just raised the rates another 0.5%. Interest rates are around 5.5% right now for buyers. So what is this doing to the Pennsylvania housing market around the Philadelphia suburbs? So here we can see a historical graph of interest rates. You see that we're still at some historic lows, but we have just had a super sharp increase in interest rates up to here. So they've got this at 5.1. I'm hearing all different numbers from people. But yeah, I mean, you can just see how steep of an increase this is. And we're not exactly expecting this to go back down right now because of inflation. So if we were borrowing $400,000 to buy a $450,000 house, our payment would have been $1,622 at a 2.7% interest rate. Let's change that to 5.5 and see what happens. Wow, so you can see that it jumps up to $2,271, meaning someone's payment went up $600 a month buying the same priced house. So when you ask yourself, well, if I want to still get the same payment on that house, because that's what I can afford, the $1,600, where do we have to go on the loan amount? Let's try 300. 300,000 is pretty close, so you get the idea. So that's $100,000 less house that the same person can now afford with the old interest rates versus the new interest rates. So that's an interesting problem that buyers now have, that they're going to be paying a lot more per month buying the same price house. So did we see a big housing market crash? Let's take a look at the numbers. So when we look at Chester County, we can see that the number of sales is down 12% from March this year compared to March last year. And we can see new pendings is down, meaning a house is going under contract for sale is down 15%. However, we see the prices up at least 10% from this time last year, and we can see this general trend of it's just continuing up. So what's the problem? Why aren't high interest rates crashing the Pennsylvania real estate market? And the answer is inventory. And what inventory is, a fancy word, is for how many houses there are available for sale. So that's a really big thing. New listings in March down 19%. Active listings down 32%. So the inventory is extremely tight in Chester County. Okay, I hope this was helpful in helping you understand what's going on with interest rates and buyers right now. Buyer sentiment is starting to decrease nationwide. We're starting to see buyers getting less enthusiastic about buying, but there's still more buyers than houses. So that's still driving the market. Will that change at some point? It probably will if interest rates keep rising. So if we see interest rates in the 6% or 7%, then I'm sure that the affordability is really going to be affected for people, and we're going to see less people buying houses. So I guess the question we're kind of all asking ourselves are we at the top of the market? Maybe we are. We're probably going to see prices start to level off. And I don't expect a big crash or anything because there's so many buyers just sitting on the sidelines waiting for prices in the market to sort of stabilize before they want to jump in. So even with who's actively in the market, there's still a lot of people also on the sidelines just waiting to get in. Anyway, I hope that it helps explain what's going on, what it's like out here on the mean streets as a realtor. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help you in the Philadelphia suburbs. Thanks.